It is the 11th of February, and this is this week's video. You're probably freaking out a little bit as to everything that's going on. A lot of stuff's happened since I last filmed. So the last time I filmed, I'm pretty sure was last Wednesday. Last Wednesday I had DBT, and then I ended up going out clubbing with Adam, and I ran into Chloe and Annie and Rachel and Dylan and Wanaji and a few other people that I know. And then on Thursday, during the day, I didn't get up to much. Kind of just chilled out at home. And then Thursday afternoon, Braden came over and I went to his first pre-season game for soccer. So we were there for a while, and then we went out for dinner, and then went back to my place. And then on Friday, I ended at about 11:30. I got a lot of pain in my stomach area, and so Braden took me up to the John Hunter Hospital up here in Newcastle, and I was admitted into emergency, and they thought what might have happened was I might have tore the inner lining of my vagina, or a cyst somewhere on my ovaries had burst. So I was in emergency for about 8 hours. And I then got transferred into a ward, and I was in a lot of pain, a lot of pain. Then on Saturday, the pain was just as bad, and I had a proper doctor come around and see me, and we organised to go and get an ultrasound done. And the ultrasound came up with a cyst on my right ovary, and also a lot of blood in my abdomen, or my abdominal region. So that's why I've been in so much pain. So that was on Saturday, and then Saturday night was a really bad night with pain. It's a hard pain to describe, because it was unlike anything else I'd felt pain-wise, and I've been in pain before. Last time I was in hospital, sickness-wise, was 2008, and I had a really bad case of gastro. And yeah, the pain was nothing like that. So then I've been having visitors throughout the time I've been here. I've had my dad come and see me, which is nice. I've also had Annie and Chloe, and Braden's been with me every day. And I've also had Daniel come and see me, and Andy and his new girlfriend Alex. And so the reason I've transferred to a different hospital, I'm not at the John Hunter Hospital anymore. I got transferred over to Newcastle Private because I asked to have a different doctor. Because I'm with private health insurance, I can elect a doctor to my case. So I elected a doctor who my mum knew, who does a lot of cancer work. So his name's Dr. Otten, and he's really nice. He's a very good doctor. So I got transferred over here yesterday afternoon, and then Andy and Alex came and saw me. And then it was the reason why it came up with if I was to have surgery or not was because I could either wait for the pain to stop, wait for everything to just go through it naturally, and it'd take a couple of weeks for all the pain to go down, or get surgery, remove the cyst and all of the excess fluid. And of course with surgery you're going to be in pain anyway because they've pressed around on your organs and everything. So I decided to go for the surgery because I wanted a definite answer that it was a burst ovary, a burst cyst on my ovary. So I had the surgery at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. A little bit after that, I was meant to have it at 11:30, but you can't predict exactly how long someone else's surgery is going to take. So what I found out was I woke up around 4-ish after the surgery. Got upstairs here, and Mum and Brayden and Janelle, who is one of our family friends who lived across the cul-de-sac from where I used to live when we first moved to Australia, because she works in the hospital here. She works in the day surgery unit. So she actually came and saw me before I went in. She was with me while I was getting my anesthetic. So yeah, no, it was good to have her and it was good to see her. So I came up. I was in a fair bit of pain afterwards, but that was because I needed to pee because my bladder was so full. It was pressing it and stuff that was still very tender. So, yeah. And then I found out that they actually took photos of inside. So I'll actually just get those if I can. Won't be a second. So, move this over here. This is my insides here. So if you look at this one, that there is the cyst that exploded that caused all of the pain. So that's it there. And what actually happened was when they first opened me up, they actually found that I had another cyst, a bigger cyst on my left ovary as well. So that's it there. That's the other one. So if you look at this photo, that's the one that burst. And that one there's the other one that hadn't burst. So, yeah, that's it there. So I was actually very lucky that I did have the surgery, because otherwise we wouldn't have known about that other cyst. So both of them are gone. And yeah, first surgery that I've had ever. Can't say waking up after surgery is a nice feeling. I still feel pretty out of it, to be honest. Still feel very, I guess, dopey. Feel it when I talk. I know I'm not talking like well. So yeah, what I'll also do in a second if I can. I think I'll edit this video and put it up once I get home. Actually, no, I can just do it now. I can show you where they cut into me and that kind of stuff. So if you're a little bit queasy and like don't like this kind of stuff, just don't watch, okay? So that's where my belly button is there. So they cut in on my belly button and also just there, and yes, my vagina is just down there. So that's just the top bit there. And so yeah, it was pretty much keyhole surgery what they'd done. So yeah, but no, when I got out, the bottom one that's on the top of my vagina, that one had a tube coming out of it to get rid of any excess fluid or excess blood from after the surgery. So that felt so weird being pulled out, because they don't like give you any numbing, like anesthetic or anything to numb the area. They just pull it out. So that felt pretty weird. That was another thing too, is I don't even remember falling asleep when I was getting anesthetic in theatre. I remember talking about to Janelle about a few things, and then I remember absolutely nothing. Like I didn't dream or anything while I was having the surgery. I was just out of it. So yeah, it seemed like it went fairly quick, but I know I was under for a while. I wasn't nervous really going into it. I was more or less intrigued as to what they were going to find and what might have happened if I had a torsioned ovary, which is like where my ovaries are twisted and it's kind of pretty much killed itself. So if that was to happen, then they would have had to remove one of my ovaries, or both, depending on how bad they were. But I didn't end up having to have that happen, which is good. But yes, I am fairly swollen in the belly, fairly sore in the belly too. And all I want to do is go outside and have a cigarette, but I can't. I've been told I'm not supposed to leave my bed unless it's to go to the toilet. But I will definitely be going tomorrow for a cigarette, because I had 2 earlier on this morning and I was like, yeah, I'll be able to fit one in before I go in for surgery. Anyway, they were running like 2 hours late and I totally could have gone out, but they're like, you can't go out just in case, like, you know, while you're out they come up to get you and you're not here, then we have to, like, you know, try and find you and all of that kind of stuff. But no, I just wanted, and ever since I gotten out too, all I've wanted is to have a cigarette. But yeah, pretty sore, but I'll be fairly sore for the next couple of days and also the next couple of weeks. But no, it's been an interesting almost week. It's been an interesting past 4 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Yeah, 4 or 5 days. And if you can hear this weird sound in the background, like an air compressor kind of sound, on my legs I have a machine that pumps air into these things that wrap around your legs to make sure that you don't get like blood clots in your legs, because that can end really badly. So I've had that on since this morning, this afternoon, just as soon as I got to the theatre. That's when they turned it on. But now I'll be having to have this on for a fair while. So tonight, most of tomorrow, I think. But apart from that, the food's been pretty good. That was actually one thing that shocked me, is even though I'm in a private hospital now, the bed that I had in John Hunter, which is a public hospital, was better than the one that I'm on at the moment. It was really new, like really new. And Brayden and I were tempted to hijack one of the beds and bring it here, and for that to be my bed, because it was a lot easier to sleep in, and the mattress wasn't as hard, and yeah. Oh well. But no, the food's been pretty good. I also have a stash of food in my drawers, courtesy of a few people. And I've also gotten some pretty flowers and balloons and a get well card. And yeah. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna end this video here. I hope everyone's had a better week than what I have had. And I will talk to you sometime next week, hopefully, when I'm not in hospital. Alright, bye everyone.